Hi friends, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. Today I have a haul video for you. I know it's super exciting, right? A little vintage haul on a Monday. I'll get into that in a second. If you're new here, my name is Laura. Hi, and I sell women's vintage clothing on sites like Etsy, eBay, Depop, Poshmark, and whatnot, which is an online auction platform. And every week I come here on YouTube and I share haul videos with you. I tell you what I sold during the week. And then usually on Mondays, I do some sort of reseller related topic. Today, you're getting a little bonus haul. I'm going to do another haul for you on Wednesday, God willing, everything goes well. But you're going to get a little extra haul content today because I got to go to a cool sale yesterday that I'm really excited to tell you about. Before I tell you about my little haul and start showing you all the goods, I wanted to give a little update on the 30-day listing challenge. So on November 17th, I started a 30-day listing challenge for myself. And hopefully some of you are following along and using it to motivate. And I know that some of you are, and that's awesome. And I thought I'd give you a little update on where I am. Now, my challenge is super modest. It is to list one item a day, every day for 30 days. And you're like, Laura, that doesn't sound hard. And you would think not hard, but apparently for me it is. I think in the month of October, I listed like 9 items total for the month, which is also atrociously low. But I just wanted to do something to help me rebuild some consistency habits, or maybe possibly build them for the first time. I don't know. But so what I'm doing with this, my plan to help myself, and I've been successful so far. I've been publishing one new listing every single day since before November 17th, but that's when I officially started the challenge. To do this, what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I'm only publishing one listing. Even if I have other stuff that's ready to go, I'm not publishing it unless I have more than 7 listings that are ready to go. So I use Vendoo to do all of my listings. Vendoo is like a cross-listing platform. So I create the listing in Vendoo, and from there I can publish it to Etsy, eBay, Depop, Poshmark, other places that I don't use. And so I just set the listing up in Vendoo and I add the pictures in. And once there's like 7 of them at least, then I will allow myself to maybe publish like 2 listings in a day. So far, I've only had one day where I published more than 1 listing. As of right now, I have 5 listings in Vendoo that are like totally ready for me to just hit the publish button on. I have 5 more drafts in Vendoo that I also have pictures for, but I haven't like edited the photos and like put everything together yet. So that should be relatively easy, which would give me 10. And I should do that so that I could publish another listing for the day. Would be nice. I have 2 more drafts that I wrote up, but I don't have photos for them yet. And I know I'm not, like, one of them is a pair of jeans that don't fit me. And I know I'm going to hate photographing them. So I keep like procrastinating it. And the second thing is just a men's t-shirt and I don't know where it is, which is why I haven't photographed it. How did I write the listing and then lose the shirt? I don't know. I had the shirt when I wrote the listing. I don't know where it is. Anyway, and then I also now have 25 items that are photographed that I have not yet written drafts for. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Photographing the items first seems to be more helpful to me because I really like having the photo to reference, having the item there in my hand to reference when I'm writing the draft. And then after I do all of that, I literally have been like writing up the draft, and then I immediately just like fold up the item and put it in its little poly mailer and put it in storage, even though it's not published yet. It's nice. It's been working out really well. So I'm very happy with the progress on this. I will say that the thing that I've been having a little difficulty with is getting myself to write some of the drafts. I've been writing drafts. I don't do them every day. Wednesdays and Thursdays, I don't write any drafts because I'm like in whatnot mode. And then other days it kind of depends. But when I am sitting down to write them, I am kind of having some struggles. But I've also been attributing that to the fact of like me getting distracted with bullshit earlier in the day. I fell into watching another TV series and that's just like tanks me. Like once I'm watching a TV series, it just like takes over, and so like I wake up in the morning and I have my coffee and I'm like, I'll just watch one episode. No, you fucking won't, Laura. Anyway, I finished watching the series yesterday. It's over. We're not going to do that again. I'm going to have to stick to YouTube for my evening routine dishes to entertain me, because if I go to Netflix and try to find something there, that's how I get myself in trouble. Anyway, that's the 30-day listing update. So we're doing well with that so far. Now let me show you some stuff I got. Before I show you my haul from yesterday, I have a mini haul from today, very tiny. When I went to the post office, my local thrift guy saw me in there. His thrift store is like 2 doors down from the post office. And so he like knocked on the window and told me to come over because he had a couple things that he thought I might like. And so he had like, I mean, like he like 10 or 15 items. I didn't take all of them, but I'll show you what I did take. So first up is just this cute little sheer apron. Not, no big deal. This was, I forget. I don't remember anything. This was $3. And I might throw this up on Whatnot, even just for like $5. Sometimes I'll buy stuff from him, more as like to support him in his business. He's like an independent guy who just owns this tiny thrift store. And we've known him for years. He used to run a Salvation Army around here that burned down. So I like that he thought of me, and I appreciate that. And I like supporting him, and I have Whatnot as an outlet where I can like kind of put things up really inexpensively. So this I probably won't make money on, but I thought it was, something I could throw up there. This set I paid $6 for. This is a pajama set. Same kind of thing. Like it's not, if I saw it in the thrift, I don't know if I would get it. It's like a little pajama top, which was kind of cute. The thing that sold me on this was that it also had pants, which I thought was adorable. So I do think this is kind of cute. This is the kind of thing where I might get it at the regular thrift store if it was a day where it was really like, I wasn't finding a lot of stuff and I really needed to like find inventory for a Whatnot show. But I don't know, but it's really cute. And it's kind of like new old stock. It doesn't have tags like that, but it's very crisp and unworn. Like here's the other little tag. You can see it's like not even wrinkled or anything. So that's cute. And then I got this black dress. This is nice. Anything black anymore is difficult because it's so hard to photograph to get detail and stuff like that. But anyway, it's just a little 80s black kind of cocktail dress. That's just a price tag. And this was $6. So that's pretty good. There's a little tag there. Cute, cute. A little rhinestone snitchiation on the hip. So that's neat. And then, then I got this thing, which I didn't look at too closely, but it looks really cute. It's just a little lingerie type camisole top. This was $3, which is nice. This is something I totally would pick up. Ooh. I feel like this, I don't know if this brand is a big deal or not. Let's see. Do we have a content tag? No. Why would we have a content tag? Why? Why would we do that? All right, whatever. It's going to get thrown up on Whatnot. So regardless, most likely, unless I look it up and it's like, oh, Coos all sells for $200, which it probably won't. Anyway, that's cute. $3. And then the final thing is a 2-piece set. So I don't know if this is microfiber, not microfiber. What's it called? Yeah, ultra suede. This is ultra suede, which I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. So sorry. Anyway, ultra suede feels like suede, but it's made out of like a microfiber. And so you can wash it, which is cool. So here's the skirt, which is just a skirt. Obviously, it's very wrinkled. And this is kind of like a close-up of what the fabric looks like. And here's the tag, ultra suede. There's that. And this was $6 for the suit as well, which was pretty good. And here's the second, it's a suit, but it's like a little vest, right? So how adorable is that? I love the silhouette of that vest. And this is new old stock. So that's really cool. So those are the things that I picked up from him. And that was really nice that he set those aside for me. I'll probably toss all of these up on Whatnot. So yay for that. Woohoo. All right, now the sale that I went to yesterday, I found it on the estatesale.net website, and it wasn't an estate sale so much. It was kind of like a little bit of a liquidation of some inventory. So as far as I could tell, this was a couple, and maybe there's more people, but there was a, seeming couple who run estate sales. And over the years, they've gathered a bunch of inventory and they have storage units and things like that. So I know that they run like traditional estate sales, but I'm guessing that either they also buy out people's stuff, or maybe at the end of the sale, they buy stuff out. Like, I don't know exactly how it goes. They were really cool. They were like an old hippie couple. And they were just really chill and nice and just, they were cool. And they were kind of doing this outside of a storage unit. So they set up all of these clothing racks and everything outside of their sort of storage unit space, warehouse space. And everything was pretty low price, like, $3, $5, $10 kind of things. And I think that they threw the listing up on estatesales.net like the day before. They did not release the address until like an hour before the sale was starting, which was fine. It was really convenient for me because I was pet sitting for a friend of mine, and this was just on the way back from pet sitting. So I didn't even care that they hadn't released the address. So, but it was cool because you couldn't go and like stalk it. Estate sales, everybody lines up like 3 hours in advance, and you couldn't do that because they didn't tell you what the address was. And I was glad that like I was really chill about it. I was like, the photos didn't look monumentally amazing. It looked like they might have some cool stuff, and it was very convenient. So my attitude about going was like, let's go see if we find some cool stuff. And if we don't, it's not a big deal. So I get there half an hour early, not on purpose, just because that's, when I got there. And, they were still setting up. There was another young woman there that I've seen at a few estate sales, and she and I do pick up similar things. I feel like I generally get more stuff than she does. And I think that I am more willing to pick up things that have flaws. Obviously, like there's a lot of stuff I don't want to pick up, but there's things that I know that I'll work on. And I get the impression that she tries really hard to not pick up anything with flaws. She does a lot of like in-person markets, and I do a lot of online stuff. So I don't know that plays into it, but she was there. She's very nice. And then there was another woman that showed up that I've met in line at another estate sale in the past. And so that was cool. And we connected. And then at the end, the couple, as I was checking out, they were telling me, somehow they were talking about some estate sale that they had done that it sounds so completely epic, where the house was like, it was like the woman who lived there was an artist, and it seems like she had a lot of money. And her house was incredibly eclectically decorated. Like her whole foyer was just full of mirrors. Like every surface was full of mirrors, like gilded mirrors and like all that kind of stuff. Very like weird and crazy. And that was just that room. And then there was like the pink room and the whatever, like all of the rooms were different kind of themes and stuff. And they said that the house was so freaking packed and hoarded up with amazing stuff, but it was so packed that they had to call people in advance for like private buying appointments just to get some of the bulk unloaded. And that even after they had done that, when they opened up the estate sale to the public, people were remarking on how hoarded up her clothing inventory, at least was her wardrobe. And so they're like, yeah, we didn't even tell them, like, you should have seen it before we had people come. Like, she just had so much stuff. And so I was like, well, if you ever need somebody else to come do a private buying appointment to help you out, let me know. And they were very cool. And so I left my information with them. So we'll see if I hear from them. They were just really nice. I like them a lot. So anyway, shut the fuck up, Laura, and let's talk about what we found. I'm just going to dive in. I'm going to start with stuff that like I think is fine, but like I'll save the better stuff for last. So I got 2 purses. This is one, very 80s. And I don't know how much all this stuff was per piece, really. I spent $200 on everything that I picked up from this sale. So you'll see by the end, she was kind of like pricing things in groups and telling me, okay, $40 for this group over here, $30 for this, and so I didn't really, and I'll just average it all out by the end. So anyway, here's the purse. And it's very cool. It's all leather. There's no real manufacturer, or I don't think so. I feel like I looked and I didn't see any kind of brand information on the inside. This does have all sorts of stuff shoved in here to give the purse a little bit of shape. And yeah, but no like brand or manufacturer tags or anything like that. But this is cool. Very 80s. I'll toss this up on Whatnot. I think that'll be fun. The second purse that I picked up, similarly 80s, colorful, super fun. Got a little pocket back here. It does have a strap on the inside. You're like, I don't need to see the strap, Laura. I know. Sorry. And there's a little label, genuine leather. So that was really cool. I like that. That'll also go in Whatnot. I sold a similar purse last week, sort of same vibes. I got this shirt, which I think is just a blouse, and it's Sears. Obviously new in the package. So really have a whole lot of information. It says size 40, which I'm going to assume is like a size medium. I don't know if I'll leave it in here or not. It's not like this is some like shell. We'll see. We'll see. All right. This is all a bunch of like lingerie type of stuff, but don't get all like stoked yet because like it's pretty basic lingerie. This is just another shirt. So we'll stock. In the photos for the estate sale, there was like a bag. It just said nylon slips. And I was like, I'm going to go find that. And I did. And it wasn't as good as I hoped, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. So the stuff I took out of that bag, I got this little girdly thing, which I probably will try to dye some other color. So, right. It's a little stretched out in the bootay. Like it's still stretchy and functional, but it's not like, you know, when they're new, they're like so difficult to, you know, stretch. This thing, I don't know. I probably shouldn't have bothered with this thing, but this is like a white cotton nightgown kind of thing with this type of design on the front. Sometimes these are really old. This might be really old. It looks like it's got these little holes along the neckline. There would be a ribbon threaded through there to kind of like drawstring up the nightie. So this is cute. I'll probably also try and sell this on Whatnot. It's very soft and nice, but it is going to need a little bit of a bath. What is this? This is a little nightgown situation. You know, so cute little shoulders, little lace cap sleeves and stuff. There's no, it's just a long nylon nightgown beyond that. And do we have a cute tag? We have a tag. No, it's just all faded out. There's nothing there. So there's that. Okay. Then there's this little half slip, which I like these colors. These like cocoa brown kind of color half slips. I don't know why I like them so much, but I do. So that's cute. And there's a little yellow half slip. That's also cute. Oh, a little swishy. My nose is running now because, of course it is. Here's a little nightgown. Very basic. I don't know why I took this one actually, because it's very plain. Not really my jam. And here is another little half slip. This cute. And this is a pink nightgown. I think the color on this is really cool. And I like the little lace top. But other than that, it's, you know, a long semi-plain nightgown. Another half slip. This one I think will be really pretty dyed as well because it's got super great lace detail on the hem. And that'll come out really cool in some sort of dye. So we'll see what that does. What is this thing? Oh, another little half slip, probably going to get dyed. And then, let me get this thing out of my way. Is this a set? No, this is like a pajama top or bed jackety kind of situation. Made by Barbizon. Oh, there it is. Feels like rayon. I don't know if it is. Lazy Lizzie. Acetate and rayon. So very cute. And then this is another like Barbizon bed jackety nightgown, not nightgown, sleep shirt kind of thing. This is a little bit later era. So that's all the like lingerie related stuff. Let me move you out of the way. And we're going to take a little sip because now we're going to get into the stuff that I find a lot more fun. I know I said I'm cutting back on these, and obviously I'm not because I keep drinking them. But I had a bad morning. So, you know, the bad morning turns off all the motivation and go juice in my head. So I got to supplement. Okay. Fun stuff. All right. First up is this cute little skirt. This is like a 90s Express rayon floral skirt, buttons down the front. Very adorable. A little bit of elastic at the waistband. There's that tag. Love it. So nostalgic for me. Smart size small. This sweater is really adorable. This is a Liz Claiborne. Look at the pastel colors. They're so cool. I love this. Right, little Liz wear. Mark size medium. All on the back too. Then this sweater, this is really cute. I maybe kind of want to keep this one. This feels really soft. There's no tags in this. It's nice and soft. So I'm going to assume some kind of acrylic, but also like it looks cute from a distance and everything. It also looks sturdy, you can tell. But oh, look at this. These little heart buttons. But what I really like too is here, right? These got it's just like got fun texture and stuff. right? Little open knit there. Really cute. So I like that a lot. We're going to have to clean that little sucker up. So, and I don't know if I'll keep it or not. I say that, but who knows? Then there's this little friend, also very sweet. And you can see it's got like design on the back, which I love. Not just that they paid attention to the back, but I actually really like. It's just pretty. And this doesn't seem to have any tags. I don't necessarily think this is handmade. I just think it doesn't have tags in it. Yeah, so anyway, but that's very cute. Let's see, you have a friend, so we're going to put you over here. There's your friend. Okay, well, I'll get you in a minute. Okay. More Liz Claiborne. Liz Wear, another fun sweater. Ridiculous. I love these kind of sweaters. And, you know. Okay, wait. Here is a skirt. And this was probably part of a suit at some point. I just liked the colors. I thought they were pretty. I like the flowers. And where is your tag? There we go. 100% silk. That's nice. All right. Hopefully it's because I'm going to show you this next one is a surprise. I don't know how this is going to end up looking when I show it to you, but this is actually, this looks like a little beret right now. It's not a beret. It's a curler cover. So you would put your hair in your rollers and then cover it up with this little mesh cap, which I think is so adorable. Looks very cute as a beret though, doesn't it? Little hat. So we'll see. I don't know. Like, you know, part of me wants to keep this because it's ludicrous and it did just look really cute on. And it's just a 100% nylon tag. And man, like I know it's not meant to be worn like this, but how cute is that? Oh my God. Okay. So there's that. Then there's this sweater, another thing that I want to keep. This does have a stain on the back that I need to work off. It's an open front cardigan. So that's the front, but let me show you the back so you can see the design better, right? So very cool. And I just love, like, this is just a thing that I would wear just around the house, you know. There's this big stain in the center of the back that I got to work on getting out. I haven't tried it on yet, so I don't know if I'll hate it, but you know, it seems like it's a thing that I would really like. So, and it's got a lot of stains actually, but again, maybe they'll come out pretty easily. I don't know, but also if they don't, then I'll just wear it anyway, right? So it's just, I work from home. I'm usually wearing like sweatpants and a t-shirt and then some sort of sweater over it in the winter. So I like to try and make them like fun sweaters that I enjoy, but they also have to be kind of low maintenance. Like I don't want a lot of wool and stuff, you know? Okay, next is this cute little two-piece set. I don't know if this is handmade or not. I didn't see any tags and I was on the fence about getting it, but obviously I decided to get it. So here's the skirt, little paisley print, and then it's got that fun little design on the hem. And I don't know what this is made out of. I mean, it's soft. It feels like a natural fiber of some sort. It's not itchy. It doesn't, maybe silk, but in that like slubbed, like raw silk kind of feeling, but I'm not confident enough to say that it's silk. So that's the top. I mean, the skirt. Here's the top, right? And it's got this cute collar. I like that a lot. So that's the collar in the front, goes around back. And I just thought that was fun. So I was like, let's grab it. Like, again, not totally my particular vibe, but enough, not my personal wardrobe vibe, but I think enough of my reseller vibe that it fits in with my whatnot shows and stuff. Let's see. Okay. I got a little hat. Isn't that cute? I love the colors. There's no tags in this. So that was adorable. Let's see. I got another hat. This is really cute. This is also sort of like a beret kind of hat. So it's got this like little detail there. There's the top. And then the rest is very slouchy. I'll have to remove this little hat and show you this one. I guess this is sort of like a turban style. I'm going to guess this little squiggly thing goes in the front, but I don't know. Right? But very slouchy. I think it's cool. It's very like mesh, like sweater knit, obviously, but sort of meshy sweater knit. So I thought that was neat. Yeah, okay. This next thing is another thing that I might be keeping for myself. I haven't tried it on yet. This is sort of like a jacket, but it's like a fleece jacket. And then look at all that fringe. And obviously the colors are phenomenal. Here's the thing. I love this like soft fleecy fabric, but I usually hate what it looks like. I love the feel of it, like 90s fleece, but I think it's always like really ugly or just very like athletic wear or just, you know, very like Patagonia looking, and that's not my thing. So this is a little bit more my thing. Or sometimes it's like too goofy for me. Like it's teddy bears and shit, and I don't want that. So this I really love the look of. That's all fringe. My only concern with this is I feel like this is going to magnetically attract every single piece of cat hair in my fucking house from now until the end of time. And so that'll be annoying, but we'll see. I'm going to try it on and see how I feel, if I love it or not. But I'm kind of leaning towards keeping it right now. So we'll see. I like it. All right. Next up is, let me see. Hold on. I got to like, you know, I like to save goodies for last. I'm going to see this one. This one. We can do this one. This one for sure I'm saving. Oh my God, there's so much good stuff. Okay. Let's see. This dress. This is a little like disco-y kind of situation. Not disco-y, but like that era, like 70s. Oh, hold on. That's all inside out. I had one of these the other day. It's sort of like a 70s into early 80s. I think this had a belt with it at some point. I don't believe that. Yeah, I don't think it's with it anymore. So it's a very shift dress looking thing now, but I think it's meant to be belted. And then it has this little ruffle neck collar. Very cute. And where's your tag? That's it. So I would say like probably late 70s, early 80s on this. It's cute. This sweater, also very light, very soft, very sweet little, simple, cute sweater. Okay, there's that. This dress, which I'm super stoked about, this is going to go in my Whatnot show for Thursday, which, by the way, Thursday's Thanksgiving. My Thanksgiving shows seem to do pretty well every year. They're not like, you know, $800 shows, but they're good, solid shows every year. And I'm always surprised because it's a holiday. My Black Friday shows, not so much. My Thanksgiving shows do well. So look at this dress. I love this. So this is going to go in Thursday's show. I'm going to be very excited about this. And I'm going to try to start working on some of these today to get them into Thursday's show and have it set up a little bit in advance so I'm not killing myself on Wednesday like I always do. The tag on this was cut out. So, but look, this is definitely going to be in Thursday's show. Okay. Then there's this dress. This is like equally, like, this is pretty freaking cool. So let me see. So obviously green dress, that's supposed to be in there. Does not want to stay in there. Green dress, it's got its belt. And then look at the bottom. How cool is that? Now that's only on the front. The back is just all solid green. But then it also has this like hair scarf or neck scarf or whatever you want to do with it. This is currently pinned to the dress. So I thought that was really cool. I love this like little detail here. This is very cool. So I'm very excited about this. This will go on Whatnot. I don't know if it's going in Thursday's show or not. I'm going to try to put it in Thursday's show. So I have this little vest that also looks like it was probably part of a set at some point, but now it's not. Now it's just a little polyester vest. There's that. And what is this? I forgot what this, oh, this is a skirt. That's right. Little prairie-esque kind of skirt. It's Buyer, California. It's just a little calico, cute little skirt. Adorable. All right, let's see. Oh, we're almost done with the clothing. We're sort of almost done with the clothing. We're getting there. Another little hat with a pom-pom. So cute. Also no tags in there, but adorable. I have a friend who says she always does well with these kind of things. So I always think they're cute, but I don't get them too often. Then I got these things. So I believe that these are like slipper socks. Now I desperately want to keep these as well, but there's nothing on the bottom, right? So number one, I think that like I would be slip sliding all over the place. Number two, cat hair. Like this would just be me mopping my own floors with acrylic yarn socks. But look at how cute these are with the corset lace up. It's so freaking adorable. I love these. Like I wish that these were practical for my life/home, but I don't think that they are. But for somebody, they will be. They're so freaking cute. I love these so much. I was very excited about these. All right. Next up is this weird little sweatshirty thing. Let's see. Ooh. Here's the little sweatshirty guy, right? It almost looks like pajamas, but not. Little mock neck. I don't know why I showed you the back of the neck. I don't know what that was. Gitano. And here's like a close-up of the fabric. A little bit quilted. It's very cool and weird, but I love it. So there's that. That's fun. And then this top, which is another piece that probably went with something else. So this is sort of it doesn't say one size fits all, but it's probably sort of that type of situation. Here's the tag. And then here's the top. So you can see it's got these big dolman sleeves. And then it has like a tie at the waist. Maybe it is just meant, because even if you cinch this all up, it's not going to, I don't know. I'll play around with it and see. Maybe it's not like a one size. There doesn't seem to be a size marked on it though, but that's whatever. Somebody cut another one of the tags off. We'll figure it out. I think it's a cool looking shirt. I like that. Then I've got this, which is just a 90s denim skirt, which I think is really cute. The brand on this is Crazy Horse, which I believe is started off at least as a Liz Claiborne brand. I feel like, look, it's got the Crazy Horse like underneath the belt buckle, which is cool. I feel like Crazy Horse was later sold to like Walmart or Kohl's or something like that. But I believe it was a Liz Claiborne brand. So, and anyway, this is like a really nice, solid denim skirt. And it's very cute. I like the little details and stuff on that. All right, let's see. What else do we got here? We got you. This is another little nightgown situation. If I could find where the top, my God. Okay. Mostly on this, I really liked the little flower print. I thought it was so sweet. It's actually kind of more of a robe, I guess, because it only buttons at the neck. But look how cute that print is. And then it's just open all the way down. So that's adorable. Then I've got another sweatshirty guy. This one I think is really cute too. I love this. This is another one that maybe I would be in danger of keeping. I don't know though. Oop. This little like mock neck 80s crazy graphic. Right? Very cool. And then it's got a little zipper at the back of the neck, which I feel like that would irritate me. And the zipper pull is pulled off of that. And there's no braid. Oh, I guess that's the front. Okay. That's at the front. That's easier. My hair would not get stuck in it. And here's the tag, but the tag is like white on white. So it's like, thanks. Thanks for that. So I don't know. I haven't put in the work to try to read that tag yet. It doesn't matter. And then there's this shirt, which I think is really cool. I like this kind of stuff apparently. It's one of these like mixed media print rayon shirts, crazy florals. Right. And here's the tag in that one. Very cute. I think this should be in Thursday's show as well. All right, now there's some of the pieces that I threw to the side before. Oh, that's a big mess I'm making over here. Okay. I've got this cutie, which is just like a little, probably 90s floral rayon dress, which I think is pretty in and of itself. You know, and then here's the flower print on polka dot, buttons down the front. And the brand is Fool, which again is a popular one. The 70s Fool pieces can sell for a lot of money. The 90s Fool, I think, is just like, it's like any 90s rayon dress. So, but I thought the print was really pretty. So I was happy about that. And it's long. It's like a nice maxi length. So that was really pretty. And then I've got this guy that might need, this one needs a little bit of work. I think it needs a new neckline. not a new neckline. It needs elastic at the neckline. I'm not putting in new necklines over here. Okay. Let's see. So it's a dress. This is the print, and it's like a slinky nylon-y kind of nylon-y fabric, right? Like this kind of thing. And if you've ever felt it before, you know exactly what this feels like just by looking at that. So you can see there's like a drawstring there. It's not really a drawstring. It's just pinned on there, but it has elastic on the inside of the neckline, but obviously it has zero stretch and we need to replace it. So thankfully I'll be able to replace it because it's just channel set. So I just have to, I don't know that I have elastic that's this thin, but I'll just order some and get it and then fix that. So then this is the dress, and then it has a little belt. So that's cool. I like that. And then this thing is for me. It does have damage. So it's got like spots and it has a hole, although my friend reminded me I could do some visible mending on it, which would be very cool. But it's also got some stains. It's missing buttons, but you'll see why I did not give a single flying fuck about any of that. So it's this little, like, I don't know if it's a maternity top or what. I don't care what it is. Look at the fucking design. What? Now you see why I had to get it. So, but you can see like there's like this yellow spot there and there's a few others. So somehow, this is for me. I don't know how yet, but it's got like some holes, whatever. I'm going to do something fun with this. I don't know what. First thing is obviously to soak it. Second thing, I know that on one of the cats, there's a hole. There's actually a couple of holes. Where did it go? Here. Like there's these guys there. So, but I can visible mend those and that'll be really fun. But this is going to have some work ahead of me, but it was way too cute. I had to get that, like, there's no question. All right. And then the last thing that I picked up clothing wise, I have one other thing besides this, is another one. Like I am tempted to keep it because I really love these dresses. I don't know how I haven't found one that I kept for myself yet. I know a lot of the times they're like slightly too small for me. They're like, I can model them for photos, but I would not be comfortable wearing them all day. But this, look at. So the colors on this one are pretty good, right? And then it's marked size 10, which for me, currently at least, should probably work out. There's the risk that this will be a little bit big in the chest. So we'll see what it looks like. But anyway, this is really cool. I love these freaking things. So I would have picked it up regardless, obviously, whether it's to resell or keep, but I love it. And it's so funny because one of the people, you know, the other young woman I said that like we've been to a couple of estate sales at the same time and we pick up similar things. She had something on like the rack of stuff that she was getting that I saw and I was like, oh, I'm jealous that you got this because I saw it in the photos. And, you know, like whatever, I think it was cool. And then she said that she was jealous of this thing, which I thought was funny because like the rack that this was on, she was looking at it before I did. And I was thinking like, oh, I hope she doesn't take that dress. Like, and she didn't. So I don't know if she just didn't see it or what it was, you know, if she didn't like it enough to bother picking it up yet. I don't know. But I was very excited to be able to get this. And I might keep it. It's very cool. So that's all the clothing. But the final thing that I picked up, which I had no fucking business picking up, and yet here we are, this blanket. So this is like a vintage camp blanket. That I think is lint. It's not a hole, but this is wool. And I've had these things before. I love finding and selling these things. I have one that's got a lot more colors on it that I also love, but I'm always so hesitant to use it because while these are washable, I don't want to wash them too often. So like I don't take the wool one out very often and use it. I feel like I probably can start. I used to have a lot more cats. Now I have 2 cats, but I used to have a lot of cats. And so I was always super hesitant to like use anything wool because I have to wash it so much just from cat hair. I could probably, whatever, you don't fucking care about how much I'm washing my blankets. Anyway, this blanket, I love this thing. Look at this. I know I'm not back far enough for you to get like a good view, but also I wasn't going to show you that I was wearing sweatpants, but I do that often enough. Anyway, so this is one side of it, but it is reversible, right? So very cool. This particular one, I'm going to need to do a little work on it because it's like very pilly, you know, a lot of pilling and stuff. But I love these blankets. I might keep this one, but I'm also really at the point where I have too many blankets for the storage space that I have. I have like one of those old steamer trunks, and that's where I keep my like bed linens and blankets and stuff. And I just have too many blankets to fit in there now. And then I have now 2 blankets that are sort of like in the wings. Like I just have to wash them. But anyway, that's everything that I picked up yesterday. I was very excited about my little haul. I'll take this little hat off now and get this hair back, whatever. I was very excited about that. It was an unexpected little visit to vintage clothing land. It was fun. I made a few new connections or like reinforced some existing connections. That was fun. And I can't wait to get a little bit ahead of the game for my Whatnot show and get some stuff loaded up in advance so that my day on Wednesday is a lot easier. I hope that you enjoyed watching this. Let me know if you have any favorite pieces in particular. I don't know if there's anything in here that you're like, why the fuck did you pick that up, Laura? I don't know, whatever. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. And let me know how you're doing on your 30-day listing challenge if you're playing along with that. Thank you so much for watching this again. I will see you again soon.